Hello audience, today I am having a very interesting topic to discuss. This is something which connects all of us. And certainly in today's time when there is lot of competition, we have different and changing behavioral patterns and one is stress out of it. So today we will explore the meaning and concept and consequences of stress management. So this is one topic which is important for all because everyone on this planet is having one or other kind of stress. So let me take you through this concept. Are you stressed? What stress you out? How do you currently handle stress? First, from this slide, I would like to tell you that stress is an ecosystem. If it resides in mind, certainly it has negative consequences. And if it becomes behavior, certainly it is going to affect our overall personality. And let me tell you that we are all in stress at one or the another point of time. So we are never out of stress because we need to focus upon certain things and which requires our commitment. And so from there the stress emerges. So from this slide, as you can see that a person is lost in some thought and we can also assume that he is basically in a stressed behavior, or we can say that he is under the stressful condition. Now, what is a stress? Stress is a body's automatic response to a physical or mental demand placed on it. So my dear audience, a stress may have a physical or a mental origin. Adrenaline is a chemical naturally produced in our body as a response to stress. Certainly, fight or flight response is elicited. So, through this slide, we can predict that stress is a one part of a behavior and certainly it may have its origin either in brain or maybe in some physical activity. But yes, stress is everywhere. Now, what kind of stressors are there? So we need to identify. There are multiple stressors and they have different origins, or we can say that they have different reasons to erupt. Situations, activities and relationships that cause trauma to one's physical, emotional or psychological self. So we can say that stress is somehow directly or indirectly related to our physical well-being, our emotional well-being or psychological well-being. So here from this slide, we can understand that how stress is connected to us. We find stress in work, we find stress in managing the finances, which is very common. We find stress in managing the teams. We find stress in nutrition. How can we have a balanced diet? Then, boss, which is usually the most prominent reason for stress. Then we have sleep. Yes, if we are unable to have a sleep, certainly we feel stress. And our relationships, which are again a very common reason for stress. And when we are isolated, like during times of pandemic, we have been to stress at one or the other point. So through this, we are able to find out, to locate that what are the various kinds of stressors, and we can say simply that what are the various points of origins of stress. So stress may have physical, emotional or psychological concepts. Here also I have tried to share with you the various stressors which involve school. Certainly in the times of pandemic, children are missing the schools. Then next is work. Yes. Family, relationships, the legal issues in which you are, finances, health and illness, environment and living situation. Since last 1.5 years, from when the pandemic has come into existence, we have been facing one or the other kind of stressors. So this is quite common to us to face one or the other kind of the stress. Now, what are the negative effects of stress? Well, stress is usually presumed to be negative. So stress is having its negative effects under two categories. The first is physical and the other one is emotional. So what is physical stress? Physical stress may result into weight gain or weight loss, unexpected hair loss, heart palpitations, that is fluctuation, abnormal fluctuation in the heartbeat, high blood pressure. So the effects are basically in connection with cardiac movements. Then on the other side we have emotional stress, which involves mood swings, anxiety, depression, and may also lead you to deal with alcohols and taking drugs. So we can assume that the effects of the stress may definitely fall under two broad categories: physical, which is related to body, and the emotional, which is somehow related to our mind or brain. Now, how you can manage stress? There are multiple measures through which we can manage the stress. First is body relaxation exercises, then physical exercises, which may involve yoga, gymming, or workout routines. Then we have meditation. And finally, we have counseling, that is talk therapy or life coaching. So, these are the various broad areas through which stress can be managed. And we must practice one out of these four to make our life a good one. Now, what are the benefits of stress management? The first one is physical health gets better. Yes, certainly, because you have a time to invest into your health. Then next is more energy and stamina. Next is emotion stabilization, positive attitude, which is very important, hopeful or happier, that is being optimistic. Next is ability to focus improved, and the last one is able to learn and achieve. So, stress management can definitely help you out in managing out your life in a much better way. So, there are multiple benefits of stress management. If we practice stress management, certainly we may have good results. So, that's all from my side as far as stress management is concerned. So, stress is required to be dealt very seriously. We must have some time when and where we can do some exercise, because if we are healthy, then only we can achieve a good age and good life. So that's all from my side. I hope you would have definitely understood the meaning and concept of stress and stress management. So wish you all the best. Stay safe. Thank you.